basically this means this: if Bitcoin's going up 1% and Bitcoin dominance is going down, you can expect altcoin to go up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%, right? Something like that. So that's the idea. This is why we look at this chart. So what we want to do is look at altcoins more specifically. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm going to start with the king altcoin, okay? Ethereum. Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is January 30th, 2024. There we go. And Bitcoin's almost reached our target. Okay, we have a target, and we had a target last week of Bitcoin at 44,700, the midline of our large 40-day channel. And we're almost there, but the story remains the altcoin space. What are altcoins doing, and what are altcoins likely to do in the time remaining, right, during this week? Because we said this was going to be a bullish week for Bitcoin. We're likely going to matriculate up to the midline, and altcoins would follow suit. Question is, have altcoins also followed suit, and are they likely going to beat Bitcoin out in terms of gains? This is what we want to focus on, because we still have tonight, Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We still have most of the week remaining. Is it going to be a spectacular showing in the altcoin space? This is really what we want to focus on, because this is really where many gains are in cryptocurrency. All right. So guys, if that sounds interesting to you, then watch until the very end. Hope everyone's having a good day. When I'm not posting a video, lots of times I will post my trade plans, trade ideas, analyses on buymeacoffee.com. If you want access to these posts, just become a supporter. Buy me a coffee, 1 coffee, 2 coffees, 3 coffees. You're a supporter for life, and you are able to access these posts, okay? And my idea, my trade plan a few days ago was, maybe we do something like this, a little zigzag, right? Okay, and that goes into how is Bitcoin going to matriculate to this $44,700 target that we set, right? Because it's not enough to know where we're going. You kind of want to know how you're going to get there, because that'll help you, position yourself in trades accurately. And right now, as we stand, given the data we have, I no longer think we're going to put in any large B moves to the bottom. I think the B move in this 3-wave move was already sort of printed down here. I think basically we're going to continue to experience an uptrend, a matriculation to the upside in Bitcoin, and hit our heads against that $44,700 space. And remember, why did I say it was likely going to be towards the end of the week? We only had 5 days left, because basic Elliott wave theory, 12 days down, 12 days up, right? If this is a wave 1, wave 2 situation where I think this was impulsive down, okay, then that means that the correction, the 3-wave correction of wave 1, which is wave 2, also takes around the same time, 12 days. And so you count 12 days down, 12 days up. That gives you until the end of the week, which is also coincident with the new moon. And the new moon, we know, represents the local market tops in financial markets. So I'm still of the mind that we get some moves up in Bitcoin to that $44,700 target. But again, that is nothing to write home about, right? Bitcoin went up considerably, but it's, considerably means, 15% since the 23rd of the month. So basically for the past week, it's gone up 15%, which is not bad. It's not at all bad. Nothing to sneeze at, right? Actually 14%. Nothing to sneeze at, but that's not, life-changing money. Now, altcoins is what we really want to focus on. So before we go on to altcoins, let me just zoom in really quickly so you can see what this impulse looks like. And again, this is just, your run-of-the-mill impulse, 5-wave impulse that you have here. Here you have your A and B waves, right? Corrective, up moves, but then here you have your pure impulse, and here you probably have an intrawave correction, here another intrawave correction. Do expect one more leg up, hitting our heads up against that midline, okay? And then once we get to that midline, which doesn't necessarily need to happen on Friday, it can happen way before then. Why? Because then you need to distribute at the midline, you consolidate right there for that big move down, okay? And that's the next leg of our big impulse to the downside. So you do not want to be caught on the wrong side of that trade. You don't want to long this cryptocurrency market as Bitcoin's preparing to distribute to the downside, because that's going to be a major move, all right? Let's just be very clear about that. For all intents and purposes, if our read is correct, that is going to be a wave 3. Wave 3 is what? The largest, the quickest, the most intense of Elliott waves. So if this is a wave 1, and you thought this was bad, right? From the ETF announcement all the way down here, wave 2, wave 3 is going to be even worse, and it's going to go down much further. So get out of the way there. Either get in a short or, close all your longs, take your profits. Not financial advice, but I would not be caught on the wrong side of that trade. So that's Bitcoin. Now, why are we talking about altcoins doing some interesting stuff? Bitcoin's already gone up 14-15%. Why are we so excited about altcoins? It's because of this chart right here, the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? Let's go on the daily time frame. And this is really what we want to focus on, because if in the next few days this dominance chart breaks down, which it's likely to do based off of the chart, look at that momentum right here all the way to the top, and look at this quintessential bearish reversal pattern, right? Boom, this is a retest of the neckline. That's the breakdown. I mean, this is like textbook. You made a rounded top. You basically put in your three kings. I don't know. People have so many different names for them. Pitchfork top. You put in your head and shoulders, and you broke down from the neckline. You retest important support as resistance, right? Because this was important support for so long, holding up this Bitcoin dominance. Finally broke down in earnest. Now you retest it as resistance. Now that you're finished, boom, you can hit that. So what does this mean? Why am I looking at this random Bitcoin dominance chart? For those of you who watch the show, Bitcoin dominance is a measure of Bitcoin's dominance versus other assets in cryptocurrency. And besides Bitcoin, everything's an altcoin. So if Bitcoin dominance is going down, that means altcoins are gaining against Bitcoin. Basically, this means this. If Bitcoin's going up 1% and Bitcoin dominance is going down, you can expect altcoin to go up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%, right? Something like that. So that's the idea. This is why we look at this chart. So what we want to do is look at altcoins more specifically. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm going to start with the king altcoin, okay? Ethereum. So what is Ethereum, for instance, doing? And what is it likely to do based off of what we just said? Okay, if you look at the chart, first let's zoom out on the daily time frame. We see that Ethereum has based over here. And what do I mean by based? Well, I spy a rounded bottom. Remember, rounded extremities typically mean that it's a bottom or it's a top. And I spy a bunch of tests of that base, okay? And we're shooting off from that base. So that gives me quite a bit of confidence to say this move from this base should continue. Also, my momentum indicator on the daily time frame is cross bullish and it's on the bottom, so we can expect some more matriculation from ETH at that point. Zoom out even more and gain a bit more context of this move, and you can see that this is a clear cup and handle, and I talked about this before. So, but I'm just really emphasizing why you should be excited about altcoins. Remember, Ethereum is the king altcoin. Obviously, not all altcoins are going to do the same thing. But here, you can have a quite clear example, probably that neckline's a bit higher right there, of a cup and handle pattern, right? Where you have your cup, you have your handle, breakout, retest, boom. So when we saw that rounded bottom, that was basically a rounded bottom on a long-standing neckline. Okay, a long-standing neckline of, let's see how long, 500 some odd days. So all I'm saying is it's exciting because you basically just found support and retested multiple times a 500 plus day, almost 600 day support level, and you're moving from that level. At the same time, Bitcoin dominance is proving to finally come down from a high time frame bearish pattern. Okay, and again, this bearish pattern is 100 days, 80 to 90 days, something like that, right? So again, this is something to look out for. This is why really you want to be keen on altcoins, not, necessarily leverage trading if you want, sure, but, spot trading, all that stuff, right? Because this is really when they look to decouple from Bitcoin. Just because Bitcoin's going up modestly doesn't necessarily mean you should expect altcoins to go up modestly. Let's do one more before we get out of here. So I've done Ethereum before. Let's do one we haven't done. We did Dogecoin last time, I believe. We did Hook. Not all altcoins are going to be bullish. Let me re-emphasize that. Let's do Sand. Okay. So Sand, I forget what it's called. Sandlot? Sand something? Whatever. Here again, you have a quintessential inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay? It's a bullish reversal pattern. Sorry, there we go. Okay, it's a bullish reversal pattern, and here's my high time frame bullish reversal pattern. I always want to find something on the high time frame before zooming in. You never want to start on a small time frame, do analysis, and think you're fine. Always go from out to in, large to small. Gives you confidence in your reads. So if I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that this inverse head and shoulders pattern has been developing for about 180 days. Kind of like what we saw in Ethereum. You broke out of a long-standing bullish pattern and you retested it multiple times. Now the move that ensues is a breakout of a high time frame bullish pattern. That is why we're so excited in conjunction with what we're seeing in Bitcoin dominance. So guys, that's my analysis. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe as always. Buy me a coffee if you enjoy the work, if you want access to the posts, if you want access to the monthly altcoin analyses. And I will see you next time. Take care.
The thing they call